I just want to tell you a story. And the story goes back to 1954. The wheel was invented way before that, okay? So that wasn't that long ago. That's when I was born. And I was born to a single mom with a brother and a sister. Our dad had left way before I was born, and I basically got raised by my grandma and my grandpa because my mom had to work to try to support us. And I went to a Catholic school that my grandmother and my grandfather paid for. And by the time I turned 13 or 14 years old, I lived at Ocean View, and there was a group of guys down there that were called the Aces. And they had black jackets on, and they had the Ace of Spades on the sleeve. But they also had a group called the Junior Aces. You couldn't be the Aces until you were 18. So I wasn't old enough to get into that. And I went to my mom and I asked my mom, can I join the Aces? And I thought wearing that black jacket with that Ace of Spades on there was really cool. She said, if I even catch you near any of them, I'll beat you so bad, you won't be able to walk for a week. So I was out playing basketball at Greenview School one day, and one of the buddies of mine showed up, and I wasn't even thinking about the Junior Aces, but it was kind of hot outside after running up and down the court all day long, and he picked up his jacket and threw it over his shoulder. We went back to my house to get something to drink. And he laid his Junior Aces jacket on the table, and my mom saw it. Well, that's violation number one. I got my rear end handed to me because I got beat like she said she was going to. And then I got shipped to boarding school, where I lived with 43 other guys for the next 3 years of my life. I got to go home on weekends if I didn't mess up during the weekday, which I did a lot. And I'll tell you a real interesting story. One night, I got myself in trouble, and it was in January. And we had tile floors in the dormitories, and I did something and got caught doing it, but the whole dormitory had to pay for it. And their way of discipline was stripping us down to our underwear, pouring Uncle Ben's rice on the tile floor, opening up the window on the north side and the window on the south side so the cold breeze would come this way, and then you had to kneel down on the rice. And God forbid one of them got caught in between your kneecap and the tile floor, because if they caught you moving, you're going to pay for that too. I finally got out of there, and I found out that baseball was my niche. I wasn't big enough to play basketball. I wasn't big enough to play football. So I went to baseball practice one day, and I just got in a new car that my grandmother and grandfather had bought me, and I T-boned a guy running a stop sign and put the lady that was driving the car in the hospital. I got a ticket. I went to court. I got fined, and the judge threatened me with sending me to the detention home. Luckily for me, I was more scared of my mother than I was of the court system. The court system can't beat you, but so bad. My mother was a very, very strict disciplinarian. After that was over with, I joined the American Legion team, and we were really, really good. We went to the national championship in Memphis, Tennessee. And as a result of that, I got a baseball scholarship to Western Kentucky University. And because I'd been in a home for the past 2 years, my hair was always really short, so I wanted to let my hair grow long. And I went to fall baseball practice, and the coach told me, you come to spring ball with your hair like that, you're going to lose your scholarship and you're going home. And I was like, you're not sending me home because of my hair. Well, guess what? I went to spring ball practice with my hair down to my shoulders. They gave me a plane ticket. They sent my ass home. I lost my scholarship. My 4-year college scholarship, I lost it because I didn't want to cut my hair. And you want to hear what the stupid thing about that is? I came back to Norfolk. I saw an application in the newspaper for the Norfolk Police Department. I went down and applied. I got the job, and I cut my hair. That's how stupid I was growing up as a kid. It's horrific. I joined the police department in 1972. I got married in 1978. 1980, the best thing in the world came, which was my daughter Jamie. 1981, I got divorced. And I got to see my daughter every other weekend. My daughter's 37 today. I've been a single parent for 35 years. She's got 2 wonderful grandkids. And when my daughter was growing up, she was a cheerleader, she was a softball player, she was this, she was that. She was the most amazing thing in my life. And I spent my entire career in the police department. My entire career on the police department. Working on a SWAT team, working in homicide, working in K-9, working in vice and narcotics. I missed basketball games, I missed baseball games, I missed trips. I missed it all. And it killed me because when she got older, she found a guy that if you'd have wrote a letter to God and asked for as a husband, that's who they would have sent to you. He's an amazing man. Now I have 2 grandkids. And I vowed when I came here to work on the sheriff's office in 2000 that I would never allow myself to not be around my grandkids and not to do to them what I did to their mother by not being there when she needed me. So I get where you guys are coming from. I understand that. But you know what? I didn't tell you this story because I was trying to tell you about how sad my life was. And I didn't want to tell you this story about how pitiful a pity thing I put on myself. I told you that story because everybody makes mistakes. And it's not about the gravity of the mistake. It's about what you do down the long run to correct that mistake so that it don't happen again. And these little ones here, they love their mom, they love their dad no matter what the circumstances are. You brought them here. They had no choice. And my request for you guys tonight is that you've completed a very, very, very important part of your life while being incarcerated here. One day you're going to get out. Hopefully soon. And when you do, that's got to be your primary focus. Nothing else but that. If you take care of this, all the rest of it will take care of itself. So I tell you that, and in closing, I will say that there's nothing better in this world than to see a dog wagging their tail when you come home from work, or your daughter or your son standing by the front door in the glass, waiting for you to come in so they can jump into your arms. There's nothing any better. I've experienced it because I have dogs and I have a dog. That's got to be your main focus. So you guys, again, I'm very, very proud of what you guys have done. This wasn't easy for you. It's a tough environment for you guys to be in to accomplish something, but you did it, and my hat goes off to you. Congratulations.